How's it hanging, everyone? CJ here. Welcome back to another video on the Simtastic Jack channel. And today we are in Virginia, Emporia, Virginia to be exact. We're right on the border with North Carolina. And today we're heading up to Staunton, delivering some empty pallets. Today is something a little interesting. Today I wanted to do another mod showcase. I haven't been able to do a video the past couple weeks. I apologize for that, but we are back with another mod showcase. And today we're going to be taking a look at Project North Atlantic. Now this is a map add-on mod that basically redoes a large section of the mid-Atlantic region of the United States. So we'll take a look here. Right now it mainly has the I-95 corridor in and around Emporia going all the way up to Fredericksburg. And then recently, the most recent update added the 64 corridor up to Staunton, Virginia. And a little bit of I-81 as well. And this is a project by Greybones. I'll leave a link to the Discord down below in the description. And basically, this is a map mod that wants to flesh out Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New York, New Jersey, and West Virginia. And this mod comes as a standalone, but also comes as a coast-to-coast compatible file, which is actually the file that I am using. And you can find a lot more awesome information about the project in the Discord. I'll leave that down below in the description. You can also download it on truckymods.io, I believe, or .com. But we're just gonna get started here. We're gonna drive a little bit and talk. Get out of here. We got a pretty tight exit here, and I'm already messing it up. We're already. Oh, yikes. We good. Alrighty, so we have a little less than a 200-mile trip up to Staunton, Virginia. So that's going to take us up the I-95 corridor through Richmond, where we're going to meet up with 64, and that's going to take us into the Appalachian Mountains. Now, the thing about the East Coast is that everything's just kind of more compact. You're not going to be driving as much long distances as you would on the West Coast. And the scenery kind of not necessarily rapidly changes, but one moment you'll be in like a more urban area, the next moment you'll be in the mountains. That's just how the mid-Atlantic is. All right, we got the green, let's go. So yeah, we are like in the very south of Virginia. Like we're literally right on the North Carolina border, and that is pretty much where the project starts. It starts with the I-95 corridor, working its way up to Washington, D.C. Right now, the project manager, Greybones, he's pretty much working on Virginia, gonna move on, I believe, to West Virginia, Maryland, and Delaware in the future. And then eventually up to my neck of the woods, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, as we merge onto I-95 here. I've driven this corridor before. In the past, me and my family, we've gone down to Myrtle Beach for vacation, and we would drive down I-95. And just driving this corridor in American Truck Simulator, this guy, Greybones, has done a fantastic job. Him and the PMA team, they've just done a fantastic job recreating the I-95 corridor here. I personally believe, and especially once we get closer up to Richmond, it starts to get like up the 3 lanes, a little less rural. It is really cool, and we're probably gonna get pulled in. God damn it! Oh man. Let's slow down. I'm kind of like hightailing it in here. Of course, there's a line as always. Fortunately, it is a little bit of a raining morning here in Virginia. Hopefully, by the time we get into the Appalachian Mountains, the rain clears. That's kind of what I'm hoping, because it looks absolutely gorgeous. All the mountains and everything. It honestly reminds me of Pennsylvania. Again, Virginia and Pennsylvania, geography-wise, are pretty similar. So like, just driving through Virginia, like, it reminds me a lot of Pennsylvania. I mean, the Appalachians run right through my backyard. Buckle up, Virginia. Now, if there is one thing about Virginia that I very much do not like, and this has nothing to do with the mod, by the way, but this is just driving through Virginia. The speeding laws in Virginia are draconian as fuck. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Speeding in Virginia can, like, going 80 in Virginia or more, even on like I-95, can pretty much land you in jail. Like it's fucking stupid. So like, you need to be extra fucking careful when you're driving in Virginia, especially on I-95. I remember we were driving through I-95, like every mile or so on I-95, there would be signs like warning you about criminal speeding and how it's a criminal act to speed like really fast. And I was like, oh my god. Like, they're draconian as fuck about it. So, like, driving through Virginia, you need to exert a lot of caution for state troopers, because they'll fucking nail you. Then again, I like to drive the flow of traffic. I like to drive the speed limit. But for those of you who have a little bit of a lead foot in Virginia, you gotta watch out when driving through it. It's like, it was almost like a sigh of relief when I entered North Carolina, or like I entered back into Maryland. I believe we're approaching Petersburg. And then with that, we're going to be entering the Richmond metropolitan area. I'm starting to see some high-rises here soon. And the Greybones has not put the mod up to Washington, D.C. yet, but I bet, like, Washington, D.C. is going to be really cool. Washington's a cool city to drive through. You can see a lot of cool stuff. So I can't wait to get up there. And right now we're crossing the James River into downtown Richmond. Really cool thing about I-95, it doesn't skirt through the city, it just goes right through downtown. Similar to like I-5 in Seattle. So you got these really cool buildings here, these cool little skyscrapers. And again, this is a much needed improvement over coast to coach. I keep saying coast to coach, which I don't believe even. I just said it again. Coast to coast. It's a big improvement over coast to coast, which I don't even think has Richmond. And then here we're gonna catch 64, head out to Charlottesville and Staunton, Virginia. Fortunately, it's still raining. I hope this rain kind of passes through soon. Oh, going a little too fast there. Going a little too fast into Kenworth. But yeah, I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe this is Greybone's first map mod project. And it's already pretty much on par with SCS. Like, this is SCS quality right here. It's pretty much on par, in my personal opinion. And they've done a fantastic job with this mod. I feel completely immersed. I feel like I'm driving on the East Coast. It feels a little different. It just feels a little bit different from from parts of the West Coast. Like, this feels like home. This is probably the most home I've felt in American Truck Simulator. Again, I live on the East Coast. I live in Allentown, Pennsylvania. So, like, even though this is not like Pennsylvania, it feels home. Like, it feels like the East Coast. It feels a lot more home to me than the West Coast. You know, I've been to the West Coast. It's beautiful. I love driving through the West Coast, Las Vegas, like Seattle and all those cities. But this is different. This just kind of feels different for me. Like, it feels like I'm home. It feels like, you know, like I've been through here a bunch of times when I really haven't. It's just missing a lot of the potholes and the terrible road conditions. But other than that, like, I feel completely immersed. Unfortunately, it looks like the rain is just getting heavier, which is the complete opposite of what I wanted. Although, since we are heading west, I'm hoping the storm that we're going through dissipates the further west we go. Hopefully the storm's heading eastward, or south or north or whatever. Hopefully it's going the complete opposite direction of where we're going. I can barely see, like, in front of me. Look at all this fog. And I really want to see these, like, mountains. Although I don't believe we're there yet. We still have a ways to go. We still need to get a little deeper into western, with a lowercase w, Virginia, before we start seeing some mountains. I'm hearing a choo-choo train. Yo, there's a choo-choo train over here. I think over... I can't see it, but there's a choo-choo train over there. I'm about to rear-end this box truck. There we go. We're starting to see some hills. We're approaching Lynchburg, Charlottesville area. We're starting to see some hills here form. And, like, driving through this part reminds me of driving through, like, the Poconos or, like, South Central Pennsylvania, like Adams County area, you know? Like the Susquehanna Valley. That's what this reminds me of. Even though I'm not necessarily from the Susquehanna Valley, like, it still just reminds me a lot of Pennsylvania. And part of that is the reason why I enjoy this mod so much. Even though it doesn't necessarily have a lot, like, yet, you only really have the I-95 corridor and, like, the I-64 corridor. But what you do have is quality. Like, it is SCS quality. It's fantastic. And it really gets me excited for what's to come with the project, you know, eventually going into West Virginia or going up into like the Delmarva area, like Maryland, Delaware, and then hopefully into Philadelphia and in my neck of the woods, the Lehigh Valley, like Allentown area, as we approach Staunton, Virginia here. We get a little slice of I-81. We got those hills. You can barely kind of make them out. We got those hills there in the background over there too. I'm about to miss my exit. Give it a little Jake.
Turn right.
Rolling down the hill here. There we go. I'm gonna make a right into Staunton. God, what is oh no. Don't tell me it's been an accident. God damn it. Well, the AI ain't moving anywhere soon, so we're just gonna skirt our way past in the the breakdown lane here. They've got a good bit of insurance paperwork to fill out there, so oh fuck, it looks like I'm gonna have to as well. Oh, now you decide to move. Okay, you caused this. I'm dipping. I'm dipping. Later, skater. I got places to be. All the cars, I believe, yeah, they all have Virginia plates too. This is really neat. Of course. Come on, we could have made that Toyota Camry. We could have made that light. Okay.
Turn right.
All right, where we're delivering this to a Lowe's. A Lowe's plant. It says. I wonder if that's a store or just like an actual factory. It looks like an actual factory here. And we're just delivering some extra pallets for them. That nice little historical building there on the right. It's really cool. It's all boarded up now. This should be pretty easy. And of course, we'll be expanded north. Ooh. Let's unload here. Easy clap. Easy. Alright, so before we turn off the video, I do want to just kind of show into perspective just how well this mod, or just like how much this mod adds to an area of coast to coast that like really kind of suffers. I mean really suffers. So like here's Richmond, Virginia. This is part of the Project Mid-Atlantic mod. And you can see it's a proper city, fleshed out and everything. Where's I-95? So here's I-95, okay? And I believe I'm heading north. So yeah, this is I-95 north. As you can see, triple lanes, nice big median with trees in the background. It reminds me of the I-95 corridor when I drove through it. And we're just gonna continue going north. We're going into Fredericksburg here, which is another fleshed out town. This guy did not heed my warning. That guy's probably gonna be going to jail. And then this is unfortunately where PMA ends. And yeah. This is, yeah. Here is Washington DC in coast to coast. Yeah, we have the Tucson city skyline in the background. Trailer parks. You can tell it was just kind of like thrown together when the mod first came out like several years ago. Like it's just not fleshed out. And then here we have Baltimore as well, which looks nothing like Baltimore. Again, like, so here's 476 and then here's 78. This is about where Allentown would be. And it doesn't really exist. Yeah. Obviously, the mod's a long way away from getting up to my neck of the woods, but it just shows just how much this region of the United States is being fleshed out. So I want to give a massive props to Gray Bones and the team working on Project Mid-Atlantic, because what they're doing, they're adding in an area of the United States that's pretty much been neglected by other modders. So I'm super excited to see Project Mid-Atlantic get fleshed out more and the future updates and everything. I'm super excited for it. They're doing a fantastic job, and I really wanted to shout out this mod for a while. finally, now that everything's kind of back to normal with 1.41, all my mods are updated, I've finally been able to make this video. But that's it for me tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, go show the mods some love. I'll be leaving a link down below in the description. But that's it for me tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you all in my next video. Have a good night, everyone.